We made it to 50 vlogs. Woo! I can't believe it. And like, there's a lot of people out there that we've been watching, and they have been vlogging for years. And so 50 vlogs is probably like, oh yeah, whatever. But it's an accomplishment to me. Been doing this for 50 days straight, non-stop. So today I am going to just talk a little bit about my family and why we started vlogging and things like that, just to kind of explain to you guys why we started vlogging and what we see in the future and so forth. So yeah, that is what today's vlog is going to be about. So first off, I'm going to start with why we started vlogging. If I look back at it, honestly, it's going to be around the time when a few years ago, Brian and I had only just started dating, and it was a rough patch for us. Plus, I had just gone through a really bad divorce. I was married for almost 8 years, and so it was just a hard time in my life. And so, but I had my 3 beautiful children from that marriage, and I'm so very blessed for them. So I was working at Home Depot at the time, and Brian was in California on a business trip. So I, for some reason, did not lock the doors to the house before I left for work. And of course, the day I forget to lock the house is the day that we get robbed very, very badly. I mean, they took everything. TVs, PlayStations, games, movies, cameras, and computers. I mean, you name it, they took it. So that was a very, very frustrating day for me, to say the least. One thing in particular, I was overwhelmed and just didn't know what to do with myself. That they took something that meant more to me than anything I owned in that house, was my Mac computer with the memory that I had attached to the computer. I know it was in there, so they took it, and the things that were on it are irreplaceable. It was the videos of the kids growing up, first walks, first words, first everything. Everything was on that computer and those memory cards. I mean, everything. I didn't have backups. That was all on the memory cards and everything like that. So I was overwhelmed and upset, and I didn't know what to do. I felt like I lost like that part of my life, and I was so upset because I wanted those memories for the kids when they were older, so they can look back and see that happy time in their lives, and it was all gone. So that took me a really long time to get over. They eventually caught the people and arrested them. Of course, I pressed charges, but of course the things were never found. To this day, they were just never found. So that's a very, very unfortunate event. That being said, it kind of made me realize the importance of catching memories and keeping them safe and all that type of stuff, having backups, and I mean, I have it down pat now, trust me. But for the more recent event, that leading up to right now, the kids have been watching vloggers on YouTube, like Daily Bumps and the Shaytards and a bunch of other people, and I would always kind of just walk back and forth from the television, and I would sometimes stop and watch it with them, and thought, is this what these people do every day? This is what they do? Started doing my research, and it's really, really awesome how they can just look back and see exactly what they were doing on a certain day. They can just look at the day, and that's what we did as a memory. And I just thought, wow, that would be amazing. And we should start right now, because I would have done anything if I had done this years ago, and I can just type it in and have the memories right there. And it would be just so amazing that the kids can just look it up and say, oh yeah, that's what we did on that day. And there you go. So I was like, why have we not been doing that? I have no idea. And that's where it all started. I was like, I need to get a camera. I need to get another computer, and let's get it going. I know how to edit because I kind of am self-taught for the editing part. I'm sure you guys have noticed I'm probably not that great at the editing, but I taught myself how to edit from YouTube and learning, just researching and stuff like that. So I was super excited about it, and I wanted to get it started as soon as possible. And so we decided to start on Roman's second birthday, a memorable day, of course, and a new beginning for us. So that's where we all decided to start vlogging. The kids, of course, were stoked. They were like, yeah, we're totally for it. And they're even down the road wanting to start their own channels. That's where we started YouTubing. As you all know, my name is Melody. I'm 28 years old. I was born on July 16th, 1987. I was born in California and raised all around the United States. I was born and raised Baptist. So all of those girls in like the long skirts and the long hair and stuff, that was me. Brian was born on October 25th, 1987. So I'm just a couple months older than him, which is funny. The kids find it really funny. He is from Cincinnati, so he knows the cold weather pretty well. And now he's been living here for quite a few years in Florida, and we met here in Florida. As for the kids, yes, I get a lot of questions on like their ages and stuff. So Haley, my beautiful eldest daughter, she is 9 years old. She was born January 27th, 2007. So she was a very, very happy, bright, smiley baby. I mean, she was absolutely perfect. And she never whined or complained unless she was hungry, tired, or pooped. I mean, she was literally the perfect baby, and she has been a blessing ever since. She's just a great, great kid. Then there's Brayden. He was born on September 20th, 2008. Unfortunately, he was premature, and he struggled a lot in his early life. For the first 5 months, we were in and out of the hospital. He was born with a hole in his heart, and his lungs were not completely developed, and he had a really, really high count of jaundice. So the poor guy just had a rough start, and he actually started losing lots and lots of weight when he was around 5 months old. And around 5 months, the doctors started to prepare my ex-husband and I for the worst. And I'll never forget that. It was a hard time, and I was determined not to let that happen. I did everything in my power to make sure that I did not lose my baby boy. So the doctors were saying that they think he was lactose intolerant because he just couldn't take anything in. Everything was just, he puked everything up. And then I would look at my healthy 1-year-old girl who was she was a chunky baby. And I don't know what, I guess I just had I made the decision to go against the doctors, what the doctors told me, and I started giving him the formula that I gave my daughter when she was younger, because I was like, I'm not just gonna sit here and watch him die. I need to do something. And so nothing else was working. So one night, I changed from the tubes. I made him a formula bottle and I fed it to him, and he ate the entire thing. Less than a week later, his charts went from this to this, literally. And to this day, the doctor has his growth chart framed in his office because they said it was a miracle that I just decided to do that because I saved his life. I took a risk and it was worth it, and I would do it over again. Brayden is a huge miracle and a blessing to my life. He is now 7 years old and growing and healthy as ever, and we're very blessed that we have him in our lives. Then there is crazy Kesley. She is my crazy child. Everybody has that wild child, and she is it. She was born on May 26th, 2011, and she was a surprise. So I was not expecting her, and I didn't even know I was pregnant with her until I was almost 4 months pregnant. So she was definitely a surprise to mommy and daddy. But she has been absolutely a blessing and a huge handful, I should say, because she is just she is her own person, and I love her for it. She doesn't care what any other kids think about her. She just does her own thing, and I think she's gonna be an amazing human being, and she's gonna change the world for sure. And she is now 5 years old today, and she is perfect and healthy. Then there is Roman. Roman is a redhead, so you can only imagine that he is just a little bit wild as well. He is definitely his father's son. He was born on April 23rd, 2014. He is now 2 years old and a crazy 2-year-old. He definitely lets us go through the terrible twos for sure. So he was actually a very healthy baby and tried to do everything early because he has all of these siblings and wants to do everything that they do. So he's I want to keep him as my baby because I don't know, I think he's my last one. So I try to hold on to him as tight as I can and cherish these moments as much as possible. But this kid is determined to do everything his older siblings are. So he's literally like way beyond what all the other ones were doing. He's just so smart. So that is all of the kids, and we're very blessed to have them all. For sure, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. We would love to answer them for you. And the kids for sure would love it if you guys ask them questions and they can answer them as well. And they are really enjoying the vlogging. Soon, Brian and I will probably make a video about how we met. So that would be really fun. But of course, he'll need to be with me for that. Because I'm sure that his side of the story is a little bit different than mine, because we both see it differently. So I'll wait for him to tell you how Brian and I met. And it's a really great story. If you have any more questions for me, just feel free to ask. Leave comments below and I'm more than willing to answer them. We're just starting up, so of course we don't have too many followers, so I can get to everybody, so ask and I'll answer. So that's it for today's vlog. Be sure to leave comments and subscribe, likes, all that for us. We really do appreciate all of the support that we've been getting so far, and we want to continue these vlogs every day, and we want you guys to join us and join in the fun and the ups and downs, tugs and hugs, all of that jazz. And so we do appreciate your guys' support. Thanks for watching, you guys, and we will see you later. Good morning. It is a beautiful day outside, kind of. It's a little bit cloudy, but it's way better than it was for the last few days. So we are getting ready for the day and gonna